Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and today I'm at the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education Conference, so that's a mouthful. So, I'm here with Laura Allen. She's a master blogger, I'd call her. Written quite a few books, and also owns Therasage.com. So, how did you get involved into massage then?
Well, in my first life, I was a chef. I owned 4 restaurants over a 20-year period. And one day, I just kind of decided I'd had enough of that. I looked at my husband and said, I've cooked 875,000 meals and I'm done. And
give or take 1,000, right?
Yes, and the Cheryl Shue, who is the owner of the Whole You School of Massage and Bodywork, which was located very near to my one of my restaurants, used to eat lunch in there a lot. And if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would still have to have a job. I'm not one of these people who's happy sitting around. So she happened to be out there eating lunch, and I walked out and sat down with her and told her that I was selling out the restaurant. And I said, how about giving me a job? I said, I can type, I can file, I can sweep the floor. I really just wanted some kind of little job to do that didn't require me working 100 hours a week the way I always had in my restaurant. And at first she was very upset. She said, well, where am I going to eat lunch? And so I told a big fat lie and told her if she would give me a job, I would cook for her. And so actually she said I seriously am looking for someone to work in the office at my school. Would you be interested in having that job? So I said sure. Conveniently, it was only located a couple of miles away from my house, and I just thought that would be a great little kind of actually looking at it as a transition job until I found whatever else my calling in life was going to be after having been in the restaurant for 20 years. So I did go to work for her just a couple of weeks later, and the student clinic that was attached to the school, I was sitting there at the desk for the first couple of days working, and I would see people coming into the clinic, looking all stressed out and in pain and all that, and an hour later walking out looking like they felt great. And I just thought to myself, I thought, that must be the best job in the world of helping people to feel better. So I signed up to go to the school, and she had a program that just met on the weekends for working people. Oh. So I worked for her during the day. I went to school, massage school on the weekends, and in a moment of total insanity, I went back to college at the same time at night to finish my degree in psychology. So I would be working all day, going to school all night, and going to school on the weekends. But it was a great experience, and I ended up staying there at her school as the administrator for 5 years and teaching ethics and business there. And after 5 years, I left and opened my own place, Therasage, which I've just passed the 8th anniversary of that.
Okay. And then when you were going through massage school, is there any massage instructor that really you idolized, I would say, or just really looked up to?
Well, I wouldn't call it idolatry, but, no. Yes, and actually she has passed away now. Sherry Honeycutt was a great mentor to me when I was in school. She taught me a lot of very useful techniques for getting people out of pain. And she unfortunately got leukemia and passed away at a pretty young age, but I still think of her many times of how much she taught me, and very grateful to her.
And what have you learned over the years of teaching? What really...
Teaching massage therapists is like herding cats, as we've heard here several times today. No, it's fun. I have been an approved provider of continuing education since 2000. And one of my most popular classes is not a continuing ed class. It's actually a preparatory class for people who are studying for the National Certification Exam or to take the MBLEX. And I've been teaching that class for about 10 years. I actually started teaching it back when I was still in massage school, and I would tutor other students. It's very gratifying whenever someone calls me up or sends me a card and they say, I passed my exam, thank you so much. You really helped me get through the exam. I have often helped people who have already tried it and failed it. So that's very gratifying that, someone who couldn't quite make it, that they can come and get a little help. And and I've been able to help a lot of people pass the exam.
Yep. And the nice thing is too, didn't you injure yourself earlier in your career too and stuff?
I did injure myself very early in my career. I broke my left arm in 5 places. And the surgeon who operated on it said, he knew that I was a massage therapist, and he also knew that I played the guitar, and he said, Laura, you're just going to have to accept it. Your arm is never going to fully extend again. And I thought to myself, oh, yes, it will. And it was the way it was broken, it was in a bizarre configuration, of a cast that was in a crazy position. And as soon as the cast came off of it, I started massaging it. And the day I went into his office and went, he was just shocked and stunned that I could do that. But it ended up, I had 4 screws and a pin put in my arm during that surgery. It ended up that one of the pins didn't take, and a couple years later it actually popped out and my radius separated from the joint. And it had actually begun to die. So they actually cut off a little bit of my radius. It's not connected to the joint anymore. And amazingly, I still have the full use of my arm. I just cannot bear down a lot of weight on this arm. So I always tell people, when I give you a deep massage, I'll be patting you with the left hand and rubbing you with the right.
But the really nice thing about this, so many people, sometimes they get out of the massage field if they ever get injured, but you found other ways to...
I did not get out of the field. I actually have grown quite a business in the past 8 years. We just did pass our 8th anniversary last Monday, and I now have a chiropractor, a licensed acupuncturist, a certified clinical herbalist, a registered nurse who is also trained in aesthetics, and 6 full-time massage therapists and a part-time roffer in my clinic in Rutherfordton, North Carolina. So somebody has to scrub the toilet and do the laundry, and that would be me. So I have facilitated, a lot of other people being able to make a good living in massage and holistic health, and that's also given me the time to write 5 books and to constantly updating lesson plans and teaching a lot of continuing ed and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, because I want people to stay in the massage field, so you were able to find so many different ways and
Absolutely.
stuff. So,
and too many people view an injury as a career-ending thing, and it really doesn't have to be, because sometimes you can just take a little step back and find some way to still be involved. Or just maybe take a temporary break and give your time self to heal up and then come back to it. I tell everyone even the people who think they're burned out after just a couple of years, I'm like, look, don't give up your license quite yet. Keep up your continuing education, because you may get out there in the real world and find out that you don't in fact want to be a waitress for the rest of your life, and you'll come back to that. So. Massage has been very, very good to me. It's been the greatest career-changing move that I could have possibly made, and just grateful for it every day.
And for myself, too, I got a gunstock deformity in my elbow, and I can't extend my arm all the way, so that's why I decided to get into teaching, so I could still stay in it.
That's what they say, those who do, and those who can't teach.
Exactly.
And you've done so many other things, with all of your videos and your websites and all of that. So we've both found the way to still have a hand in, so to speak. And I still, I'm able to do some massage. I can't do nearly the amount that I used to do before the injury, but my office is located on Main Street, and there are those times when people just walk in the door and thinking they're going to be able to just walk in the door and get a massage. And if they catch me in a good mood, I'll get up and give them one. I do try to, I don't very often do deep work on people. I'll pass those to a staff member, but if someone comes in and they just want a lighter massage or something, I'll be glad to get up and take care of them. So.
And one of the success stories that you told me when I interviewed you at the beginning of the year, one of your employees, you remember she said she had to leave for a little bit, and then she came back with a whole bunch of schedules booked up. Remember?
Oh yes, that was Lisa.
And I still bring that up in my classes and stuff.
I bring her up in every marketing class that I teach, because Lisa was a young lady who had just graduated from massage school, and she came in and asked me for a job, and it so happened that I did have an empty room available in my clinic. But, you know, I told her when she came in, I said, I can't afford to pay anyone to just sit here and sit around. I said, however, I can almost guarantee, you know, that if you will sit here for 30 days, you'll build up a clientele because of our location and the number of people who do just come walking in the door or who call. And you know how people are. You can call and say, well, we can get you at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and they go, oh no, I got to come right now. You know, so I told Lisa, I said, if you're willing to sit here for a month, I can guarantee that you'll have a clientele. So she came into work the very next day, and she had only been there for a few moments when she said, do you mind if I leave and walk uptown? Now, my office is on Main Street, but it's several blocks of the main drag of town. It's kind of going out of town, and it has its own parking lot, which was one of the big attractions of that building to me, because on Main Street in our town, you can't pay $1,000 for a parking spot. It's just very congested up there. So being a little bit south of the main drag is a great thing. So anyway, she asked me if she could walk uptown, and I said sure. She said I have my cell phone with me. I can be back in 10 minutes. I didn't even ask her why she was going. For all I knew, she was walking up to the drugstore to get a bottle of aspirin. So she left out. She grabbed a handful of brochures and business cards before she left, and she came back in an hour, and she said, I have an appointment at 2, one at 4, and one at 6. And she had just walked into every store on Main Street and introduced herself to people and said, I'm Lisa, I'm the new massage therapist down at Therisage. Have you ever had a massage before? And would stand there and tell people about the benefits of massage. And she was quite honest when I hired her that she wanted to stay and work for me for a year and save up enough money to move to the beach. And that is what she did. And I wonder if she's making as much money down there as she made working for me, because she was making it hand over fist. She was a very outgoing young lady, and she just told everyone that she met, about the benefits of massage. And, that's an important thing to remember when you're trying to market your business and meeting people. They really don't want to hear all about us. People want to hear about how something benefits them. So instead of walking up to people and saying, oh, I'm Laura Allen, I'm this, I'm that, I'm all that. I'm not all that, because massage is what's all that. So when you explain to people, I'll see someone in the grocery store who has a cast on their arm, for example. I live in the South here, where if you say, we use how you doing as a greeting, but if you ever see anyone that's injured down here and you ask them, oh, what happened, they will stand there and tell you the whole thing. So, if I see someone with a cast on their arm, I'll hand them a business card and tell them that, when that cast comes off, massage can really help you regain your muscle tone and all that kind of stuff, because when you get a cast off, your arm feels like a dead fish or something. And people who have never had a broken bone don't realize that. So I'll see a stressed out mother in the grocery store, dragging a few screaming kids along, and hand her a card and say, you look like you need a massage. So people do want to know, how something will benefit them, and massage has so many benefits, and we just need to have our little elevator speech prepared, be able to tell people in just a minute, how getting a massage is going to benefit them, and that's what gets a lot of clients.
Yeah. And where do you see the future for yourself going? Are you teaching a lot more then, or
I am
more books,
I am teaching more and more, and I don't have a book in the works right now, but I probably will eventually get to another one. I'm very happy to go to my job every day. I'm blessed with a great staff of people. I don't have any turnover at all. And I really enjoy seeing people. I think it's the biggest reward, when people come into your office and they're in pain or they're in stress or whatever, and an hour or so later they walk out and they're just praising you because they feel so much better. So I really feel like I have the best job in the world, is helping people to feel better. So I don't know exactly what my future holds, but it'll be fun.
Yep.
you know, I stayed in the restaurant business until the day it wasn't fun anymore. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, well, the day this isn't fun anymore will be the day I quit doing it. But I think that day's a long day off. You know, long way off.
And he's running your business right now while you're gone.
Oh, yes. I imagine he's gaining a whole new appreciation of me along about now, because he has in the past, you know, run the office for a few hours at a time or something like that. But told him, you know, I'm like, I'm going to be gone 3 days, and you need to do laundry every hour on the hour. That's how it is. So I'm sure he'll have a whole new appreciation of me when I get back.
Yeah, definitely. And so, what's the easiest way for people to get a hold of you then?
Well, you know, it all depends on what they're trying to get a hold of me for. I am available for business consulting, practice consulting with people. I have helped many people over the years become. Fill out the paperwork that's necessary to become an approved provider of continuing education. That application is a little bit daunting to people sometimes, so I am available. You can email me. If you go to my website, I have a couple of websites. If you go to www.lauraallenmt.com, there are links on there that you can email me at. You can also give me a call at my office, 828-288-3727. And I'm there, unless I'm somewhere hanging out with you. We seem to run into each other all the time.
Every month on the month.
That's about right. We really get around. And then the website for my practice is www.thera, Therasage, combination of therapeutic and massage, Therasage.com, and my teaching schedule is on both of those websites. And you know, I love to travel around. I primarily teach ethics classes and marketing classes. I do teach a couple of bodywork classes. But
over in Ireland.
In Ireland, I'm very fortunate to have a job every year teaching in Ireland. But I love teaching ethics and marketing, and I actually love teaching those two things together because I think that, you know, running an ethical business is vital to your success. And I also think, you know, in a lot of ethics classes tend to focus on the boundaries of the client. I like to focus on the boundaries of the massage therapist, actually, because I feel that us maintaining our own, you know, carefully crafted boundaries is vital to being a success. And so, you know, I think you can be as successful as you want to be, and that's a relative term. You know, to some people, success means, you know, you've got 40 clients a week and you're busy, and you don't have time to take a vacation. To some people, success means they've got 6 clients a week and plenty of time off to go fishing. So success is very relative, and whatever that means to you. Now, you know, I'm kind of a workaholic, and my business has grown fast. I have within 3 years from starting at zero, I had a $300,000 a year practice. So not everybody wants that. Not everybody wants the you know, the responsibilities and everything that I have. But I truly think you can take it as far as you want to go, whether that's, you know, your 6 clients a week or a place that's doing, you know, 600 massages a month. Whatever that is for you, I really think if you apply yourself, you can get it.
Yep, definitely. Well, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
A pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll be seeing somewhere else soon.
In 2 months, Thanks, everyone.